President Trump calls out Elon Musk following the billionaire's threat to start his own political party if the big, beautiful bill passes. In a Truth Social post shortly after midnight, Trump said Musk knew he was against the EV mandate long before he strongly endorsed him. The president also pointed out Musk has gotten more government subsidies than any other human being in history, and without them, he would, quote, probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. Trump stressed taxpayers would save a fortune if the government completely cut Musk off. He also suggested DOJ should look into the matter and double down on the idea this morning.
We might have to put DOJ on Elon. You know what DOJ is? DOJ is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible? He gets a lot of subsidies, Peter. But Elon's very upset that the EV mandate is going to be terminated. And you know what? When you look at it, not everybody wants an electric car. I don't want an electric car. I want to have maybe gasoline, maybe electric, maybe a hybrid.
Musk not only threatened to start his own political party if the reconciliation bill passes, but also threatened to primary GOP lawmakers who vote for it. The clock is ticking for foreign leaders to ink trade deals with the Trump administration. Here's more.
It's crunch time for trade negotiators trying to curry favor with the Trump administration. July 9th is the deadline to reach a deal with Trump's trade team or face getting slapped with reciprocal tariffs. And the only countries with agreements are the UK and China. Reports say several countries, including India, Japan, and the European Union, are trying to make deals.
Well, you heard from him directly. He said he did not think that it would be necessary. He is going to set the rates for many of these countries if they don't come to the table to negotiate in good faith. And he is meeting with his trade team this week to do that.
On Monday, Trump hinted at trouble with Japan's trade team. He pointed out Japan won't take America's rice, but is facing a rice shortage itself. Trump also called automotive trade with Japan unfair, stressing America imports a lot of Japanese cars, but Japan doesn't import American cars. But not all is lost on the trade front, as it seems the Trump administration and Canada's Mark Carney administration have smoothed over their most recent spat. On Friday, President Trump said he was ending trade talks with America's neighbor to the north over its digital services tax on American social media companies. But over the weekend, Carney promised to scrap that tax, and the two administrations promised to restart trade talks.
It's very simple. Prime Minister Carney in Canada caved to President Trump in the United States of America. And President Trump knows how to negotiate, and he knows that he is governing the best country and the best economy in this world, on this planet. And every country on the planet needs to have good trade relationships with the United States. And it was a mistake for Canada to vow to implement that tax that would have hurt our tech companies here in the United States.
Meanwhile, the European Union is looking at ways to decrease the trade deficit with the U.S., and it's using the 5% defense spending deal agreed to by NATO members to do that. European Council President Antonio Costa says members may use the trade and NATO talks to ink deals to buy American-made weapons to bolster their armories. In the meantime, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent expects foreign leaders to scramble in the last week and some change to ink a deal with the Trump administration. But he warns there are consequences to not making progress on a trade deal.
That's going to be up to President Trump. And I'm not going to tell any country. We have countries that are negotiating in good faith, but they should be aware that if we can't get across the line because they are being recalcitrant, then we could spring back to the April 2nd levels. I hope that won't have to happen.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.